What is going on, guys? I have some traveling coming up and I was in dire need of a full reset week. I'm talking hair, nails, self-tan, packing, pretty much everything. I also need you guys to help me with picking out a dress for a nice dinner because I just cannot decide. We're also going to hit some legs and I want to talk a little bit about my mindset around training leading up to and on vacation, so I hope you guys enjoy. Hello, my YouTube family. We're back. Just like the name suggests, this is going to be like a maintenance week. Like I said, I have an event coming up in London here soon. I'm also going to have some photo shoots. So I want to take you guys along with me, show you how I prep for an event and photo shoots when it comes to things like my hair, makeup, self-tan, clothes, all the things that make me feel like a baddie. I still try to balance and lock in with my training even though I will be at events and traveling and stuff. So I also want to touch on what I personally do with my training when it comes to being away for periods of time. With the nature of my job and being on camera a lot, I do try to be consistent when it comes to my hair and nail appointments. I just usually don't have the appointments close together like I do right now, which is good because I also haven't done that in the past. Like I'm finally thinking ahead of time to get these appointments close together before a trip and to just be better prepared. I also hate packing with an infuriating passion. There's a lot of things that I changed to my whole packing routine that has just made my life so much easier that I want to share with you guys. And also I have some traveling essentials that I'm just in love with, so I want to share those with you too. So like I said, we have nails, hair, self-tan. I want you guys to help me pick out my outfit for a special dinner. So I think that'll be a lot of fun, but first let's head to nails. Okay, so we're here. I'm waiting to go in and get my nails done, but I want to show you guys what I'm currently got going on with my nails. I don't think it'll show up really well here, but they're little silver stars with gems on each finger. Very cute, very fun, neutral. I'm going through a slight little neutral phase. I still want to keep my nails a little neutral, a little bit on the safer side for this event. So a little spicy, not too crazy, but I'm going to bring some color back after the event. I used to do my nails at home and it would take me forever, but I kind of made it like a little me time. I would watch a YouTube video or listen to an audiobook and it was kind of artsy and therapeutic and I had a lot of fun, but there would be like glaring mistakes or something I did that would drive me insane. So I've been really enjoying and just kind of treating myself to getting my nails done recently. Also, I'm a big press-on nail girly. I just love the convenience and how easy that can be. So I do that from time to time and I have no problem doing that if I'm filming at my local gym with my husband. There's many times I will lose a soldier while we are recording and I just have no problem gluing it back on in between sets. But at an event though, I just refuse to let my nails embarrass me like that. Plus if I lose a nail at these events with how crowded they are, I'm just fucked. So yeah, I'm excited for the set. I'm gonna take you guys in and record as much as I can. I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to change the angle around since she's working on my hands and I need my hands to move the camera, but I'm gonna try my best. I'm definitely gonna show you guys. It looks so awkward when you're on the spot. You're just like cringing at yourself, like no. Oh, yeah, so. Oh wow. I mean, they're so close that. So bad because I haven't seen you since before you left or whatever, and I'm just like.
Like
yeah,
a while ago, and then there was like a.
I know, they look so cool. They look so pretty. Whew, it is hot today. So I'm back. Nails are done. I ended up going with a French with a little design, so it's got the same on my pointer and my ring finger on both sides, and then it's a French on every other finger. Super cute, turned out well. I was really debating on doing like a silver or a gold because I'm such a silver girl or like a white gold girl when it comes to my jewelry, so I usually like my nails to match. But I was really wanting some more color. I don't know. My last one was silver, so I just kind of wanted to change it up. So I thought the gold was cute. I'm really feeling the Friday vibes right now because there's actually a wedding going on in the same building beneath us. So we would hear music blaring and then they would stop and there would be cheering and then music blaring again. I actually see them right now. So that was really cool. That was funny, but I'm really hungry. I'm gonna go home and eat and I'll catch up with you guys later. Good morning, guys. It is Saturday morning and today is also hair day. I did get my hair done about 6 weeks ago, so it's going to be a root touch up. I get some dark permanent dye on my roots. Why permanent dye? I do get some grays. I actually really like grays and I wouldn't mind them if they were more dispersed throughout my head because I'm a fan of cooler brown on me, but they all just want to collect right at the front of my head. Also, if you don't know, for my other socials, I do have hair extensions. I currently only have one row in. My hair is very fine and I have low density hair, so I just like it for that volume, that little extra thickness. The length is all me and the extensions match me on the length. So that's what's on the menu today. You will be seeing my sister. She's the one who does my hair, so we look alike. That's why you'll definitely see her in the videos, but let's head to the salon.
Tell me all your secrets you hide inside. I tell you all of my feelings I have in my mind. Going in circles, it goes on and on. I'm tired of making and all of the things that I say to you. I feel like you take them and leave it behind. It's hard to find no more reason I wanna rewind. 'Cause baby, I'm done going through phases of loving me round and
Good morning, guys. So it is the next day. I just did my makeup for working today and going to the gym. I felt like when I was doing my makeup and even now, like my under eyes look super tired today, which is weird because I was extra on my hydration yesterday and I slept good, but maybe the effects really do show 2 days later because I did not sleep great 2 nights ago. But regardless, I'm gonna take you guys through a quick workout with me today. I know traveling and training can be super stressful, so I wanna go over how I balance both and how I feel about training on vacation and how I best set myself up to succeed when it comes to training before, during, and after. So I'm gonna finish getting ready. I still need to do my hair and put my gym clothes on. I think I'm gonna hit some legs today with some abs at the end. So you guys will see all that and I will see you there.
body real nice, I'm a centerfold. Make him take me to the mall and cop 10 of those. I don't want your man, I ain't in the hose. Got a big ass, real soft like a dinner roll. Yeah, I know you like that. You just send a DM, I don't write back. Bitches think I wanna be him, it ain't like that. This little kitty got some grip, yeah, bite back.
So we are finally at the gym and I will definitely put the workout on the screen. We had a full leg day today, so quads, glutes, hamstrings, who doesn't love that? But I wanted to talk a little bit about how I approach my training on vacation or being away from my routine. Listen, I'm not trying to force myself or drag myself to the gym when I am away for work or vacation. I do try to find time to go to the gym, but out of enjoyment. I love my routine and I used to try and hit every single workout, every single exercise when I was traveling, and honestly, it's just exhausting. I found that it disrupted either the work I was trying to do or just my enjoyment. I don't want fitness to feel like something I am forced to do. And even though I definitely work out when I don't want to because I do have goals to reach. So what I love to do is try to have a kick-ass week of workouts before I leave for a trip. Like I'm getting steps in, glutes, legs, upper body, everything is dialed in and on point. That way, if I only get 1 or 2 workouts in while I'm away, I don't feel bad about it. I know this isn't like groundbreaking information, but I do really think that fitness is something that should enhance your life and it shouldn't just breed unnecessary guilt. I sure didn't, and I know you didn't start working out and training to feel bad on vacation. So don't let missing 1 or 2 workouts ruin it for you. Enjoy yourself, have some good tasty food, do it because you want to, not because you feel like you have to. But that's it for today's workout. It felt incredible and it felt amazing. Notice I didn't get to the abs. I did run short on time having plans after the gym, so I did hit them later that day. But I will see you guys back home because I have a very important thing I need you guys to help me with. I'm just gonna kneel down. So we're back home. I have my dresses here that I want you guys to help me decide on for the special dinner. They're really cute. I really like all of them and I got really lucky. Like normally I struggle to even find one dress. So I'm definitely going to leave the links down below if you guys want to shop them yourself. But like I said, I like them all. So I want your opinion. I do like one more than the others. So leave a comment saying which one you think I like the most, but also please tell me which one you like the most. Because if there is a big majority opinion on another one, I can definitely be swayed. You're gonna notice a theme with these dresses. Dress number 1 has some mesh on the waist and the shoulders are out. I think this is really feminine and flirty. Everything I got, I kind of wanted to show off the mini cut. Like I've been working hard for these abs, but the other ones are more cut out. This has mesh on the abs, but still. The only thing I'm not sure about is this. It kind of droops on the hips, which I like, but it's drooping a little too much. So I have to figure that out with some tape or a pin or something like that. Dress number 2, are we noticing a theme? I love how it's like slant, slant, slant. It's just nice to have flattering dresses that kind of accentuate the curves, and I feel like it does that with the structure of this. Here's the front. This one has a slit on the side, and then the back, kind of like in the little peekaboo here too. Okay, so locking this one in as number 2. Dress number 3, this is the only one that's not a black dress. This is my spicy dress. I feel like this one fits so snug, whereas I could have a wardrobe malfunction with the first one. I can be really particular with how much chest I show, but I kind of really like it. And I'm liking this being open, this, and then the arms and everything else being covered. And we have the abs out. We have the slit on the leg and it's nice and tight on the glutes. We show a little bit of upper back. Also, I'm definitely going to be decked out in jewelry with all of these, so keep that in mind. Okay, dress number 4 kind of matches my 2 different personalities. We have this really cool slit, interesting with the heart ab cut out again. It gives a lot of interest. This one doesn't have a slit like on the leg. It just has one at the bottom, which I don't mind. I kind of like it being tight on my legs as well. I think it looks really good on the back too. If you guys ever notice the slit on a dress is usually on the left leg, I notice because I have a scar on that knee, so I feel like the scar is always on display, which is very interesting to me that it's never the right leg, it's always the left. I feel like there's some really nice details on this dress to make it pretty flattering. So there's some ruching around the hips to accentuate the hips, but it's flat and slimming on the stomach. So yep, those are my 4 dresses. Please let me know your opinion, which one you guys like the most and which one you think I like the most. So now on to the packing essentials. There's no better feeling than getting in a full sweat set after you've been in dress clothes, but like, look, I have been absolutely obsessed with this color, just wearing it nonstop. But let's get into these travel essentials. We're gonna be talking beyond just travel bottles. Like, I feel like we all know that by now. I wanna give you guys some specific products that have really changed my packing routine. First off, this is something I just got. I've tried it around the house, but I'm so excited to travel with this. If you're like me and you want to do your makeup, I love to sit down, do my makeup. I want some decent lighting, and we're not always promised that in a hotel or an Airbnb bathroom. This is what I've had in the past. I think I only traveled with it twice and it broke, so I was not about to buy another one. But I was doing a lot of research and I found this. I love that it comes nice and compact still. It comes with 4 little lights. You remove the sticky back, and it's a reusable sticky back. And when you have a mirror in front of you, I'm just kind of picturing the full-length mirror that you always have in a hotel or an Airbnb, and maybe sitting on the floor or sitting in a chair. Like, I just want to sit down and have some good lighting. You just put all 4 around your face on the mirror in front of you, and you have some nice vanity lights. Next, when it comes to hot tools, I am one who always likes to bring multiple hot tools. So I want my curling iron, I want my straightener. This is so great. So first off, you unhook that, and then when you're curling or straightening your hair on like a countertop, you can lay it on this. Then you can unzip this. Have your hot tools in here. Some really nice pockets that are very usable for other hair items. Like if you want to add a hairbrush, you can put bobby pins, you can put combs, all kinds of stuff in here. Has a divider in the middle, so if you have 2 different hot tools you want to bring. Okay, let's get into my bigger items. So I got really sick of packing how I used to pack. And I was like, you know what? I want half my time of packing. Like, I'm so sick of filling up bottles every single trip, and I'm so sick of forgetting things. So what I did was I got this case, and I love this case. Every single part of this is clear. When I open it up, it's clear also, so you can see right through it and see where all of your products are. But I really like to buy a travel size of each of my favorite products once. Then I just refill it up whenever it's low, so I'm not just paying for that travel container over and over. But what I like to do is I have all of my hair stuff on one side, and then I have all of my skin stuff on the other side. It's also clear on the inside, and these are items that I keep just in my travel bag, so I don't need to worry about them, and they're there ready to go, always packed up and ready for me. I also really like that these pockets really here are small. So on my hair side, I then have my small hair accessories in this little pocket here. And then on my skincare side, I have like my toothpaste, all of my like little teeth accessories. Earplugs. I also have like medicine in here, like medicine for my cramps. I have bobby pins, I have tweezers, like all these things that you kind of don't always think about sometimes when you're traveling. Like, they're just there ready to go. Really nice and organized and easy for me to find. I fit so much in here, and I love that it's all together. So when I go to the bathroom, I just take this and go to the bathroom when I'm getting dressed on vacation. I even have like my self-tan, like I literally have so much in here. And then what I do to take this one step further is I keep a note in my phone that I will like reuse over and over. But what I do is I have a checklist of everything, so I have little bubbles to check it off, and I have it categorized by the room of where I'm getting items in my house. That way when I go to pack things up that are in use around my house, I can get multiple things from a certain room and just be more efficient in bringing it to my luggage. But back to my bag and how I take this one step further. Every single item that is in here will have a parentheses at the end and say in bag. And I just make sure it is in the bag and it's basically already packed up, and this ensures that I'm not forgetting anything. I also have a list when it comes to my vanity and all of my makeup products, because I just really hate when I go away and then I have to go to the store because I forget something. I mean, it happens, but I don't want to forget multiple things and I have to go to multiple stores. And then when it comes to makeup and not forgetting things, what I like to do do is I have this travel case for my makeup. I like it because it holds a lot, but it doesn't take up a lot of space in my luggage. But I do limit myself to this, and I like it again because it is clear top and bottom. There's many times I order from Sephora or I use my points and I can get smaller sizes of my favorite products. Those items I will just, you know, save for when I travel. But one thing I really like to do is I will have this packed a few days prior to my trip and actually do my makeup with the items only in this. That way I immediately know if I forgot something and I can just pack it up. Another new find that I'm very excited for this trip, I think it went viral on TikTok and James actually found this. So you know those times, I know we've all been there, where you're in a red eye or you're just wanting to sleep on a plane and you cannot get comfortable because you're falling asleep and your head is wanting to rock one side or the other and it's just waking you up and it's just very uncomfortable. Well, this will literally secure your head to the airplane seat. There's straps on the back and this is what you put onto the airplane seat and your head is in here. But then you're securing your face to this by an eye mask. So it's Velcroing on and holding your head to the seat. Very excited. I know this would have definitely saved me on some past flights. I've also been there where I've gone over the weight limit with my luggage and oh my gosh, is that such an uncomfortable feeling in the airport. So I have this thing, it actually weighs your luggage. It has a strap at the bottom and you hook it under that, you know, main strap at the top of your luggage when you go to pick it up. You hook it, so it's in here, hanging. And when you go to pick it up with this, it weighs your luggage. You can do it in pounds or kilograms. Back to another beauty item. I really wanted something that was gonna be good for my jewelry. And you know, jewelry can scratch jewelry. I also felt like I was really struggling to find something that was good for earrings, bracelets, necklaces, and rings. Like it just seemed like it tailored to one or two of them. It is a hard case. It has little pouches so you can separate your jewelry and them not scratch each other. Plus you can take some of these out and use this space for something else. I am a big ring girl, so I love to have all of my rings on here, and then you can clip this. Same thing with your earrings. So those are my main things when it comes to packing, and I also want to touch on self-tan. Bring my bathroom to you guys. First off, I have tried a lot of self-tanners, so I want to give you guys my recommendations. I actually just recently tried a new one because I'm constantly trying new ones, and yeah, that was a mistake. I just looked at my favorites because I am a little bit orange right now. What I do is I get a self-tanner that is a violet base, and it looks so good, but this might be based off of me because I do have a cool undertone. But my 3 favorite self-tanners, let me just start with the most popular one. Loving Tan. I love the 2 Hour Express. This is the ultra dark. For me, the darker the tan, the more I love it. But I've been doing a lot of self-tan research lately, and 2 Hour Express you don't want to keep on for more than 5 hours because the formula is different. DH is what gets your skin dark and that'll actually break down. So I do love the 2 hours and I keep it on for 4 to 5 hours and I get nice and super dark. I guess Loving Tan is actually more of like a red base, but to get into more of my violet bases, this one's actually marketed as magenta. Hyundai Sans Magenta. Love this one, but my favorite I have run out of, and I've told myself I don't get to buy another one until I use what I have because I do have a lot. Saint Tropez, it's the Supreme Violet. That's what it looks like, and she is absolutely amazing. Also, I'm gonna link my favorite glove for you guys. It cuffs the wrist really nice, so it's not sliding around getting self-tan all over the place. So I currently have self-tan on, but I will be taking Loving Tan with me, so she's already packed away. I'm gonna wrap up this video here. I had so much fun filming this, and if you want to keep up with me while I'm in London, I will be posting on Instagram, I will be posting on TikTok. If you made it this far, wow, thank you so much. I love you. I hope to have another video up soon and see you there.